I've gone to edulastic.com and then I'm going to click on login in the top right corner. You're going to choose sign in with Google, and it may prompt you to do all of the allow screens for Google. And then once you're in, this is going to be a blank space, and you're going to be able to create classes. So to do that, you can go to the Manage Class icon over here, or you can use the New Class button over here. So I'm going to click New Class, and you're going to enter the name of that class. We can only start today. And we can go to the last day of school if you want. And we'll choose our grade and your subject. You can pre-select your standard set, so I can go to Indiana. Hit Save Class. To get a list of your students that has their Google emails in it, you're going to log into Skyward and go to My Classes. From here, go ahead and click on Class Options next to your class. Then go to Reports, and under Reports, choose Class Roster. In order to export this with the correct information, we need to make sure that it includes the student's email address. So I'm going to check that box. Then you can click Export to Excel. When it's finished, you can click Display Report. If you're on a Mac, you'll need to go to Downloads. If you're on an HP, it may be just in your download screen below. But I'm going to go ahead and open that CSV file. And here are those student email addresses. So I'm going to need those in a minute when I go into Edulastic.
From here, you'll see the Add Multiple Students button, or the Individual Add Student button. Let's start with adding multiple students at once. From here, I need to select how I want to add my students, using Google or Office 365 usernames, which are just their emails. I'll go ahead and choose Google usernames, and then I'll copy and paste from a Google Sheet or a CSV file.
And then now we're going to go to that spreadsheet that we just got from Skyward, and I'm just going to highlight all of those email addresses and click copy, and then go back to Edulastic and say paste. So now all of those email addresses are in here, and I would say yes, add to class.
And yes, add to class. Now it says that my students have been added to the class, and I'll go ahead and click done. If a student enters my classroom halfway through the year, I can choose to add that student via the Multiple Students button, or I can just add them individually here. Adding a student individually requires me to put in their email, or username, their name, a password, and then confirm the password. Once you're done with that, you'll just click Yes, Add Student. If a student is no longer in your class, you can click the box to the left of the student, Actions, and then remove the students. From this Actions button, you'll also see Reset Password, which is available for students not using single sign-on. This does not reset their Google or Office 365 information. Additionally, you can edit students, where you have the ability to configure additional demographic data like their SIS ID, student number, free and reduced lunch, IEP plan, and more. Once you're done with that, scroll to the bottom and make sure you update that account.